Hello everyone. Now let's learn about SQL. So let's begin with the acronym SQL and what it stands for. This is the structured query language. This is the standard language for many relational database management systems and data manipulation. SQL is used often to query, insert, update, and modify the data. At a basic level, SQL is a method for communicating between you and a database. One of the great things about SQL is that it's made up of statements which are descriptive words. In other words, many of the commands used in SQL are fairly easy to interpret as compared to many other computer languages. This makes SQL as a language really easy to understand and learn. However, it's important to understand that SQL is a non-procedural language. This means that we won't be able to write complete applications with it, but what we can do is to interact and communicate with the data. This makes it relatively simple but also a very powerful language. When we think about SQL, all we need to think about is data. SQL is all about data. SQL is really used for three things. It's used to read and retrieve the data. So data is often stored in database and we want to retrieve it or read it, and we can use SQL as a means to be translator for that. SQL is also used as a way to write data in a database. So if we need to write data in a table or insert the new data, we can use SQL as a means to do it. And finally, it's used to update and insert new data. As we can see, SQL has a really simple design. It's very contained in what it's able to do, which is read, write, and update the data. Because of this, we will find there are a lot of people who are able to do this language. If we look at this graph, we see that SQL language ranked by number of programming jobs. This data is from Indeed.com in 2016. It's ranked SQL as the number one language. There are a number of jobs out there that require use of SQL. It's important to understand how others use SQL and how other people other than data scientists and programmers might be using it. There are many people who might use SQL in their jobs. This includes everything from backend developers, QA engineers, data architects, system engineers, obviously data scientists, and even data analysts. But the important ones are database administrators and how they compare to the data scientists. Now let's see the comparison. A DBA is responsible for managing the entire database and guarding it. A data scientist, on the other hand, is typically a user of that database. The DBA will be responsible for giving permissions to people and determining who has access to what data. They are oftentimes responsible for managing the tables and creating them. However, this is something we will likely have to get the rights to, and often from a DBA. The ways the two positions, DBA and the data scientist, are similar is that they both use SQL to understand the data, to query it and retrieve it. They both write complex queries, but the main difference is that the data scientist is really the end user, whereas the DBA is the one who administers it, governs it, and manages the data as a whole. Data scientists have to be able to retrieve data. We can't do anything until we actually have the data to work with. We need a way to go and get the data. SQL is really fundamental in data science because we really can't start building any models or doing any predictions until we have the data. SQL is the means to go into a database and get this data. Data scientists might also use this to create their own table or test environment. Let's say we have built a model and we want to deploy that and we want to add it back into the table. We may need to create our own table or test environment to add that into. One thing that is not unique with data scientists or other people using SQL is that we are combining multiple tables together, and a lot of times this leads to a bit more complex queries to be written for analysis. Data scientists, though the number one way that they are using SQL is really to be able to retrieve their data from analysis. They might do a little of analysis using SQL. However, the main thing they are using SQL for is for data retrieval. The syntax of what we are writing may change a little bit based on the relational database management system we are using. Again, we can think of SQL as an interpreter between we and the database. However, we write some of the syntax for SQL is going to depend on relational database management system we are interacting with. Extending our analogy, we can think of this as a accent or maybe as a dialect. SQL is able to translate it for us, but sometimes we have to tweak it a little bit based on the database management system we are using. Some of the popular ones are SQL Server, PostgreSQL, MySQL, and it's important to understand that if there is something that doesn't work correctly when we copy data into another application that we are using, we must definitely check the type of relational database management system we are using and make necessary changes. And that's it. We shall be seeing about data models in the next video. Thank you.